My name is Patricia Lucero, and I'm from Albuquerque, New Mexico. My mother and father both worked. They weren't very well educated. I think they both went up to like the third grade. My dad, he was in World War II and he survived, and he came back and married my mom. So there was 7 of us children. So my mom and dad both had to work quite a bit just to support us and keep a roof over our head. My mom worked at the hospitals and worked at as maid service, cleaning rooms, and my dad worked for Springer Corporation as a mover. And my mom and dad, with her working, she didn't do a lot of cooking with us, and she would come home and it was make dinner so we could all go to bed. And she got sick, so by then we were starting to cook for her. My mom made tortillas every day, and I think part of the reason was probably couldn't afford the bread back then either. She was always making tortillas. I can't remember when she wasn't. She had a rolling pin, and it wasn't the big ones that I use. I'm used to a big rolling pin. She used to use a small one. I remember when she died and we got her rolling pin, you could just roll it and you could feel the indentations of her hand from using it so much. You've got to get the dough at a certain texture and where it's not too sticky and it's not too dry. And you've got to be able to work with it and roll it out without it sticking to the rolling pin. And you can just feel it in your hands if it's the right consistency that you need to roll them out. Well, I'm making tortillas. I cook the chicken, and then we mix the chicken, and then we cut up some onion and cheese, and we mix the chicken and onion and cheese together in a bowl. And then I will make the sauce, and the sauce is just cream of chicken soup and sour cream and green chili. And so then we get a casserole dish, and we put them in layers, put a layer of tortillas and then sauce, and then the meat and cheese, and keep doing it in layers. And then on the last layer we'll do some of the sauce, and then we'll do the cheese. And then we put it in the oven for about 35 minutes to get the sour cream and the chicken soup to mix in together. With Cynthia, it's been like totally different. The girls like to cook. Cynthia likes to bake. And so we just do it all the time. I was pretty shocked when Audie wanted to try it and eat it, because I told her it has green chili and she says no, so she wanted some. And I've been making it for probably at least 10 years, if not longer. It really hits me like too, because it's different. It's kind of like a recipe that we put together. And the thing is, I think the flour tortillas are what really made it. People just love the way it tastes with the flour tortillas. It's sad because families are so busy, and everybody understands because they do the same thing, and everybody's working, and you know, my mom and dad both worked, and I stayed home when we first got married, and I didn't go to work until my husband got disabled. So I went to work, but after he died, I thought, oh no, I'm gonna quit working, take care of the kids. It's always really nice. We have a lot of fun. A lot of times, and we did earlier, we turn on the music and we start baking and cooking, and then when they get tired, they stop and they'll go play or something. But it's nice. It's nice to be able to spend the time, especially nowadays with the world the way it is. Time is just flying. The good part about Cynthia and Gilbert is they like to at least have one meal a day together. It's not until you get older that you realize how precious time is spent with family, because you can't get it back, you know. I regret a lot that I didn't spend more time with my mom and dad finding out stuff. You know, if you can just put like half an hour to just be with family, and you know, it's worth it. It's really, really worth it.